Okay, so it's your boy Cat Stanley Space Demon coming at you again. Now today I want to talk about the time Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose bit off more than he could chew. Okay, so let's go back to September 17th, 1991. It's more than 4 years after the release of Guns N' Roses' multi-platinum debut, Appetite for Destruction, and it's also the release date of GNR's long-awaited double CD Use Your Illusion collection. Now there's a song on disc 2 of Use Your Illusion that was written by Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan. It was a track originally titled Why Do You Look at Me When You Hate Me? Singer Axl Rose heard the song and loved it. He took that original opening line, Why Do You Look at Me When You Hate Me? And he ran with it. He turned the number into a vicious tirade directed at rock journalists that he had felt had wronged the band. He changed the title of the song to Get in the Ring, in which he challenged various rock journalists to quote-unquote get in the ring, where he threatened to kick their ass. Andy Setcher of Hit Parader and Mick Wall of British rock magazine Kerrang were called out by name, the latter of which he accused of misquoting him in a 1990 article in which Axl had said he would, quote-unquote, wipe the floor with motherfucker Vince Neil. Now this was in response to an incident the previous year at the MTV Awards where Motley Crue frontman Vince Neil had taken a punch at Guns N' Roses guitarist Izzy Stradlin. But perhaps Axl's most scathing verbal assault in the song was reserved for Bob Guccione Jr. from Spin magazine, where Axl inferred that Guccione was just pissed off because his father, Penthouse magazine magnate Bob Sr., quote-unquote, got more pussy than him. A fringe benefit of running a porno magazine, I suppose. Axl also said for Guccione Jr. to F you, suck my effing dick. He accused them of ripping off the effing kids who wanted to read about the bands they wanted to know about. He said they printed lies. And then the coup de grace is where Axl says, quote unquote, get in the ring, mother effer, and I'll kick your bitchy little ass, punk. I don't like you. I just hate you. I'm gonna kick your ass. Now, Bob Guccione Jr. would say in an interview a couple years back, he said, quote unquote, it didn't blow me away as a great song. I wasn't particularly proud to be in the song, and I wasn't ashamed to be in the song. He would also go on to say in that 2022 interview, I certainly wasn't going to back down. I immediately saw it as a fantastic publicity vehicle. So what Guccione did, apparently after he heard the song and the challenge from Axl for him to get in the ring, where Axl threatened to kick his bitchy little ass, Guccione Jr. went ahead and sent a letter to Axl Rose wanting to seize on what he saw as a great publicity opportunity. He sent a letter accepting Axl's challenge to get in the ring and basically just said, hey Axl, you name the time, you name the place, name the ring, and let's do it. Axl never responded to the letter, to the acceptance of the challenge, but as it turns out, Bob Guccione Jr. had 9 years of full contact fight training, and Guccione would go on to say this in that 2022 interview. He said, I never had any malice, and I was very, very happy the fight never happened because I was so much bigger and stronger than him. Now, Axl Rose listed at 5'9". I know he was pretty skinny back in the day, which doesn't necessarily, mean you're not a tough guy. But Guccione did say that, he said this, he said, he did not know, I'm sure, when he wrote the song that I was a very accomplished full contact fighter. As I mentioned, he had 9 years of full contact fight training. Now, it's not clear if Axl did get wind of the fact that Guccione did have all this fight training, or, maybe he just didn't think any of these rock journalists, who presumably were of the mentality that the pen is mightier than the sword, he probably didn't think that any of these guys would have the brass cojones to accept his fight challenge. So maybe he just never thought that, these guys would accept the fight challenge, much less a guy, Guccione Jr., who has all this fight training. But needless to say, the fight never happened, and that's the story. Axl Rose is getting the ring challenge, threatening to kick this guy's ass, and of course it never happened. Much like the Vince Neil fight that never took place. But that's the story. Hope you guys dug it, and we'll see you next time.
Who's here?